A new report by Parliamentary Budget Officer Yves Giroux says the government is meeting its obligations when it comes to First Nations water infrastructure. Where they are falling short is in operations and maintenance, specifically in having trained people to operate these systems. Opposition parties say the government has completely failed when it comes to providing safe drinking water for First Nations. NDP Laurie Idlout says the Liberals can no longer wait to properly fund these systems and end all boil water advisories.
Given that we're in a minority government, you would think that they'd want to make sure that they're working harder to ensure that the promises that they're making are being implemented. So it definitely gives me great concerns that they haven't set themselves a deadline. It makes it seem like that they are willing to let these boil advisories go on for many more years. So.
Conservative MP Jamie Schmale says the boil water advisory should have ended long ago.
Mr. Speaker, the Parliamentary Budget Office estimated if this Liberal government had acted on their promises, all boil water advisories for Indigenous communities would have ended in 2020. Indeed, the Prime Minister failed on his promise to end all advisories 9 months ago. Worse, the Minister of Indigenous Services said yesterday that she refuses to set a deadline for ending the remaining 44 on-reserve boil water advisories. In fact, she wants to hold more consultations. So, Speaker, if the minister couldn't drink water in her home, how much longer would she wait?
Indigenous Services Minister Patty Haydu says the government is committed to ending the funding gap, but she won't commit to a deadline for ending the water advisories.
It is without a doubt that everyone deserves clean drinking water, no matter where they live in this country, and that's why we've invested billions of dollars in clean drinking water in partnership with First Nations communities across the country. We've also committed to 100% of operations and maintenance funding. Mr. Speaker, we're working with the partners that are still experiencing clean drinking water advisories, and we will get this done. My deadline is as soon as possible.
The Liberals say that now they are funding 100% of operation and maintenance of these facilities, it will be easier for them to make up the funding gap. Fraser Needham, APTN National News, Ottawa.